Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You obviously know why we're here today to speak about this. I found the footage truly horrific. I found this, quite frankly, it is something that belongs in the dark ages. It is something that's never been acceptable ever, and it's something that is absolutely gobsmackingly awful and disgusting. The most vile words, the most vile um, things that any human can say against someone just because where they're from. It's truly, truly disgusting. And I know about racism a lot. I'm from an ethnic minority as well, Irish traveller, Irish gypsy. So, I know what it's like. I think I've been on record saying before that I've experienced, um, racism on an almost daily basis. So I understand what racism is. It's something that should be kicked out of football, something that should be kicked out of life altogether. But unfortunately, it's here in society, and again, it's a minority of Rangers fans. It does not truly represent the majority, I'm sure. But I think everybody has got to say, it's unacceptable, and I'm very happy to see that the majority of people, 99.9%, regardless of who they support, have come out and said that this is absolutely disgusting what we've seen. I think the best way that Kyogo can answer this, of course, he's seen it. The whole country has seen it. I think you know almost the whole of the footballing world. When a racist incident happens, a lot of the football world, the world over, views and sees things and reads about it and watches and so I'm sure Kyogo's aware of this disgusting incident, but I think that the best way to answer any racism is by, you know, when they go low, you go high. I think that that's very important. I think the best way that he can answer this now is to go to Ibrox and get one or two or maybe even three goals. I think how fitting would it be if Kyogo Furuhashi was the man of the match, if he perhaps won the game for Celtic, or perhaps played really well. I think that would be very fitting. Kyogo, as you guys have seen through my vlogs, he's my favorite player, my new favorite player now. He's a truly an inspiration for me. He's a real hero of mine, and you know I know people say, "Oh, that's for kids having heroes and all that," but not really. To be honest with you, everybody has role models in life, regardless of age, and everybody can look up to people. And I think it's a true testament of Kyogo's strength that he'll get through this. His teammates will help him, and postecoglou will help him, of course. Everybody at Celtic Football Club will help him, and indeed, every single Celtic fan, myself included, will stand behind Kyogo Furuhashi and every single person that is subjected to racism, and that you know, of course, in this instance, it's important to say there's a lot of there's a lot of Asian hate, and that's why the hashtag has been. I've seen that hashtag quite a lot the last couple of years. End Asian hate, and it's so true. It has to end. All hate, all racism has to end. But you know, this, yeah, end Asian hate, I suppose, started. People say that this is the last form of accepted racism. It's not the same. That's what people say. But all racism is bad. I experience that kind of thing as well. People probably don't realize it most of the time, but um, I think in the UK especially, the last form of accepted racism, one of the last anyway, is against travelers and gypsies like myself, and so I can understand where everybody's coming from this point of view. I can understand why the End Asian Hate campaign is begun, and how they feel that they are one of the last universally accepted. It's like as if not all racism is equal in some people's minds, but it truly is. Believe me, it is all horrific. It is all unacceptable, and it should all be just what kind of society is that? You know, what kind of people say that things like that? I've been subjected to a lot of stuff myself, um, but again, I think the best way to answer it is just focus on your work, get your head down, and you know, just suppose keep doing what you're doing, Kyogo. That would be my message. He's clearly been a shining star for Celtic. He's clearly been a very good player, and he's clearly a player who opposition fans, let's be honest, they clearly fear his footballing abilities. So um, again, I think the best way that Kyogo can answer any racism is by going out and and keep training, of course, up until the match and keep focused, but go out on Sunday there and you know put one up against the racists. I suppose you could say, one up them. Again, it's not the majority of Rangers fans, but those who are in that minority, it's one up them. And how fitting would it be if Kyogo after this went on and won the match? I think that would be absolutely fantastic for him. I think it would be good for the game, and it just shows that racists never win, and that's the message that we want to put out now. Of course, there's even talk now of Celtic fans supporting with any ways that we can, more Japanese flags, etc. But that's truly tremendous stuff. But I think most importantly, we have to all send the message that these racists will never win, these haters will never win, and whatever reason you hate people, you'll never win. And I think most people, myself included, use that as motivation, and I think Kyogo has got the right mentality to do that. And I think, and I really, really hope, and I really believe that Kyogo can now go on and have even more motivation to play even better for Celtic. And again, I go back to my point: how fitting would it be if Kyogo went on and had a very good game at the weekend, which I'm sure he will. He was going anyway, but now, he's clearly going to be very motivated for this. And I think that's important. I think it's important to send a message that it's universally unacceptable racism, all forms of it. We will not accept it as football fans. Doesn't matter what team. I spoke out against all racism, regardless of teams. So it's just the right thing to do, and I'm glad that the majority of all fans are coming out and saying the same thing. So that's good. That's positive. It shows that society as a whole does not accept this, and that can be viewed as a positive, I suppose. But again, all the Japanese subscribers, you guys have been absolutely fantastic, and I'm sorry for this. I'm really sorry. This is not a true reflection of Scotland, of Scottish people, of Scottish football fans. And I'm sure you guys have been aware. You've seen through my videos. Here at Celtic, we have been nothing but absolutely acceptable, and we always have been. We always will be. And yeah, again, I just want to say sorry to you guys watching from Japan or indeed all over the world. We will stand by Kyogo. We will support him 100%. I know Celtic. I know the club. I know the players. I know how we are the Celtic fans. When something like this happens, we really, really get behind our players and support them. And that's what's important. It's important for Kyogo to get supported. It's important for him to know that this is unacceptable, that everybody is standing behind him and standing with him. And I think that's the best way to end this video, by saying Kyogo Furuhashi, the 99.9% majority really do stand beside you. And say no to racism, end Asian hate, and Kyogo Furuhashi, we all stand beside you. Thank you very much. Hail, hail.